You just inherited a house and trick or treat. Nobody tells you what to do when that happens or which direction you need to head in first. Hold up, I'm here to help. You just inherited a house and trick or treat, nobody tells you what that is going to look like and what to do next. So there's the practical side. Do we keep it? Do we sell it? Do we rent it? What's my sister going to think? Or there's the emotional side of like, holy crap, this is not what I thought was on my bingo card for the next 45 days. But one thing I can tell you is you need to slow down. So we're going to walk through it and we're going to talk about it, but I really just want to encourage you to slow it down, back that bus up. And when people start to make decisions really fast, that's when things get sideways. So if you are in this situation or you see it coming in the near future, let me help you figure out how to kind of frame this and think about it. There's no right or wrong. You're not going to get a grade on, oh, you handled that so well, other than handling all the things that you know are coming down the pike correctly or efficiently or with a lot less drama than maybe what some people might have thought was going to happen. This is not a normal transaction. You are not selling 123 Magnolia Street and please come see my open house. This has got a lot of back end to it. So give it the consideration that it's due, go slowly. All right, before you decide anything, you really need to evaluate what have you inherited? Obviously, it's a house. Looking at it objectively, is it updated? Is it something that maybe somebody would just walk in and buy? Some houses sell quickly, right? Or are you looking at some repairs that need to be done to get it ready to go on the market? So sometimes when you inherit a property, it's been lived in, obviously. It's been loved on, praise the Lord. But sometimes there's a little more work involved to get it ready to go on market. And then there's the location to consider it. Is it going to go as soon as it hits the market because of where it is? Or are we going to have some back end strategy that helps it move a little more quickly because you need to go ahead and get it sold? Because not every area is going to move as quickly as others, obviously. Some homes sell no matter what. As long as it's a day that ends in Y, that house is going to sell the minute it goes up for sale. Others need some more TLC. Completely understandable. So one of the first questions you might want to be asking is it the location that's going to make it go, or is it the house itself that we need to help make it go? And really quick, if you find this information valuable, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. We'd love to have you here week after week. I am Angel. I am one half of the Gen X team. We are the Gen X realtors here in the Charleston area. And we talk about things like inheriting property, downsizing, relocating to the Charleston area for retirement, and basically what it's like to live here in the Charleston area. All things that Generation X is in the middle of right now. It does not matter what conversation or with whom, we seem to all be having these types of conversations. So you're in the right place if that's you. And if you are a Gen Xer going through this situation or you see it coming on your bingo card later this year, comment inherited down below and let us know you're one of us. Okay, now back to the actual house. A couple of things to consider if you're in this situation. So we talked about, is it the home or is it where it sits? That's one. Second is going to be, is it just you that's inheriting it? Is it you and Aunt Sally? Is it you and your half brother? Is it you and your sister? What's that situation look like? Because that's where things can get a little dicey. So whatever those two things are, that's going to kind of help you figure out which path you're going to go on. And there's about three, there's usually 4 or 5, 6, but let's start with 3 and we'll figure it out from there. So the first one is going to be sell it, right? Let's just get rid of it and take the money and go. That's what inheritance is for. You can sell it as is, right? So that means you're just getting it on market in the condition that it's in, and we're going to get as much as we can for it in the condition that it's in. Or you can think about, okay, maybe we can put some TLC into it and try and get more money. Who's going to take care of that TLC? That's a conversation for you and whoever you inherited it with, but it's still a valuable one to have. Or the third path would be, okay, we can get it ready and we can rent it, short-term or long-term, probably depending on the location, but Renting it is going to be another way to consider what to do with the inheritance. Renting it is going to be another path that you can take when you're determining what to do with your inherited property. And honestly, it's going to depend on what you want your life to look like after you make these decisions, how you handle the stressors of each one, because they each have their own sweet little ball of wax of stress, and what you want your life to look like given those other two factors, the stress and the peace that comes from whatever decision you make. Now we're going to get into ownership. So are you the personal representative or the successor trustee that's handling the property? Are you the only one that's making the decisions? Or do we have a lot of chatter going on? Do you have a bunch of siblings? Do you have aunties? Do you have a lot of Indians and you're the only chief? Like, what's the situation? Because that's going to help determine how you go forward with making these decisions. And it can get dicey really fast, like I mentioned before, but again, go slowly. Okay, so before we go any further, let me offer something to help you. So we have a form that you can fill out. It's in the description below, and it will help you with if you need to find a realtor in your area or if you need to find an attorney or both. And it doesn't matter, even though I'm licensed in both California and South Carolina, if you're watching this in Oklahoma or in Montana or whatever state you're watching this in, that form can help you because we get notified that you need help with one or the other or both, and we get on the horn and make some phone calls for you. So it's very easy to get overwhelmed very fast. So feel free to go to that link in the description below, and we will be able to help you straight away. So we've covered what you're going to do: rent it out, sell it as is. And now we've offered you some help on like, okay, what do you do first? Now let's talk about the house itself. One of the things, especially here in the South, that we implore you to do is to leave the air conditioning on. For the love of God, please leave the air conditioning on, because things that rhyme with old, that start with an M, that realtors can't say, grow really, really fast in a situation like that. So make sure somebody's monitoring the air conditioning in the home, for the love of God, so that it doesn't get excessively hot or excessively cold and things can grow quickly in either situation. So please leave that alone. Second thing is going to be like lawn care. If you or the family member are in charge of the lawn care for the home, please keep it up. It's a big red flag on the home if it's not maintained after it has been maintained. So we want to keep as many eyes off the house before we decide when it gets looked at on the interwebs. So we don't need anybody messing with a vacant house. So please keep the lawn care up. In addition to that, we don't need anything growing on the inside or the outside of the home. We don't need to give homeowners insurance any more ammunition to not insure a home. So even if it didn't have lawn care or pool care or the utilities on, maybe turn them on so that it can be maintained before we get to the sale part of the house. We don't need any more attention on the house than what is already going to be there. And like I said, there is no right or wrong way to do this, or I get an A and they get a D. This is just something that we're trying to offer you as a fellow Gen Xer, because all of us seem to be going through this right now in one form or another. If you're in South Carolina, you know we have two different property tax rates, one for your primary residence, one for your investment property. So if you're having those conversations about renting it, keeping it, whatever, that could factor in on your net proceeds from the sale. If you're not watching this in South Carolina, that probably doesn't apply to you. But if you are watching this in California or South Carolina, I've already mentioned I'm a realtor in both states. I can help you in either state. Now, when it comes to homeowners associations, no matter what state you're watching this in, those are going to be another factor that you're going to need to make sure when you sell the house, rent the house, that both of those things are allowed. Obviously, selling is going to be allowed, but renting a property, short-term, long-term, some HOAs don't allow that. So when you're making those decisions on the front end, consider those factors as well. And one final thing to think about is what you want your outcome to be. Do you still want to be talking to the people that are chattering in your ear when it's all said and done? Is that considered a good outcome? I hope it is. And a good outcome from all of these decisions is going to be probably something along the lines of, did we all stay on the same page throughout the whole process? Was it quick and easy, or was it, a little more clunky than I had expected? You made good, clear decisions and you weren't doing the woulda, coulda, shoulda when it's all said and done. The not so favorable outcome is one that makes tension in relationships going forward into the future. You didn't really feel like you had the time to make informed decisions. You felt rushed. And it still feels like it's an open loop, like you didn't close everything up with a neat little bow. And that can kind of, not sit well going forward. And again, our final advice is going to be don't rush. Take your time, pump the brakes, go as slow as you possibly need to, so that when you get to the other side of all of these decisions, you walk away feeling like, okay, I did right by the inherited property. And even better if you have done right by the person you inherited the property from. Again, if you need our assistance with that form, it's in the description below. We look forward to seeing you. We hope that you find this video valuable and helpful. We'll see you around town and on the next one.